Hey guys, I am here to get into La La Land, which is directed by Damien and Chazelle and released in the year 2016. And this just really holds up as a masterpiece of the musical genre. And I was instantly amazed by this, just as much as I was by Whiplash and Babylon. I think Damien Chazelle is really a wonderful director between these three alone. I really love the cinematography from start to finish, just the color grading. It's really influenced by Jacques Demy, but in a very original kind of way. All the compositions, just kind of like the references to jazz in a modern world. I think it all really like holds up. It's just perfectly entertaining and just kind of you can see where like a lot of individualism is kind of living in all this. And actually, there's an extent of individualism which can cause some friction in the relationship with plenty of like desire and love. And I just, again, the chemistry between Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling just it's really masterful from start to finish. Like this is just really just a beautifully melancholic sort of love story from start to finish. And I really am entertained and sweet by this every time. I just have to go right with where this film takes it. I think it's the best musical, perhaps the best musical of the 2010s. Yeah, I certainly feel like it's one of the best we've gotten of the 21st century in general. It feels every bit as great as a lot of my favorites from the 50s and 60s, like on that exact same level. Yeah, a lot of just charge, and the dancing choreography is really impressive. Like the color scheme for the directing, like just so many scenes that are just wonderfully masterful. You can just feel all this choreography, just really, just going for this beautiful, like just sense of a chord of melody, you could say. Like, and it's really beautiful how this film ultimately is going to be a wonderful soundtrack, really fun, really floaty. Yeah, you could say this is just this is just awesome from start to finish. It's really like kind of just the story itself is kind of like it's a very traditional kind of love story, but it's the way it's told. It's extremely directorial. It's extremely just again whimsical from start to finish. Really fun, you could say. But ultimately, it's kind of about just the character who just is challenged by his dream by way of a love story, but ultimately sees, well, you can't give up on your dreams no matter what, where it goes. And that's sort of like the flow of all this. It can be like some melancholic moments, but it's ultimately beautiful. And I really love how this ultimately bittersweet tone is communicated from start to finish, and it's really unique with a really goofy kind of essence even, but this is just different than anything else I've seen. I really love this from start to finish. Holds up marvelously well in every rewatch. Very passionate. I think that it's the extent of passion living in all of this that really makes it strong. Just feel a really, really strong connection with it all from start to finish. Very inspiring kind of film about just sort of waking up to your dreams and just pursuing your dreams and believing in your dreams by way of your fire of passion and waking up to a fullest potential and all of that. And this is just a perfect dream from start to finish. And it just kind of shows being forward with like emotional development and just kind of, again, almost a fear of individualism, but ultimately it's worth acquiring. And you can kind of even find that through this like love story, how it's like, well, you found better individualism in all of this. So this is just a wonderful sense of survival instinct, a wonderful sense of just moving forward in emotion that just almost just seem like original or just very isolating, detached, you could say, in a sense, but also just has a wonderful core to it all about the miles that people will chase for their dreams. That and every person has their own individual answer to that. But in a lot of ways, this just shows how it's just kind of worth it. It's worth preserving everything. It's worth moving forward with anything that matters to you in a lot of ways. And it really holds up perfectly. Again, it also hits on a lot of chords that the film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind does, where it's like hopeful melancholia. I love seeing this from a musical perspective. It's just wonderfully cheerful, wonderfully I don't know, it's exciting watching a lot of this unfold in the first half. Then it's like the more this melancholic tone that reminds me a lot of like P.T. Anderson's kind of melancholy, which is just perfect. I love Chazelle's take on all of that. Wonderfully paced, wonderful development, wonderful aesthetic, and again, perfect like awkward beats and characters in the best way possible. So yeah, strongly recommended from start to finish. Simply put.